We started the games course, the first intake was in 2012, January. It was actually quite a few years in the planning before that, and during the planning phase we recognised that the games industry was changing. Really what we were after was to try and create a course which would output people who could innovate and create something different. It meant that we would furnish people with a variety of different skills across programming, art, design, producing, even a sense of cultural studies, so that people would be grounded to create something meaningful with what is a very exciting medium.
I've been around, and I've seen many projects, startups, games and so on, but even this first kind of graduation set of students, the projects that they're working on are unique, and they're exciting, they're different, and I think as far as a kind of a barometer of where things are going, this is the right track, this is the way, these are the tools that we should be equipping game developers with for the future, to go out there into the big wide world basically.
I think the thing that was really great about the course was that we kind of were allowed to make whatever games we wanted. There was no pre-prescribed idea of what we should be doing, so it meant that we were totally free to get creative and play around with ideas and just go a bit crazy. For the grad project I created a game called Sandman, which is a virtual reality river exploration game. So you wear this thing on your head called an Oculus Rift, and you feel like you're in this canoe going down this river, this kind of dreamlike fantasy river, and you have to kind of just explore and see how far you can go, and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, working with the games department was amazing. It was really exciting. It was really, really good for me to take the skills I'd learned in film production and move them across to the gaming world, which for me was a great development. And I think we've come up with something really exciting.
Well, it's just been a really good fun learning, because it's the first game stuff that I've done, and it's been really nice getting involved. Just in terms of writing music that's interactive. Stuff that works in different layers of intensity, and it moves with what the player does, and it's just a new sort of challenge of composing. Really, it's really good fun.
It's very exciting for the screenwriting department to be working with games. It's very good for the game students to be exposed to the kind of rigors of narrative that the screenwriting students are already hopefully used to. So yeah, it's a really exciting prospect to see how things develop between the two departments.
I'm a graduating screenwriter, and I worked on Sandman with Albert and Chris, and it was a really unique experience. I think it was very different from writing for TV and film. So yeah, the most valuable thing that I learned is definitely that the gameplay and the story are just so interconnected, and I guess you don't really know how the game is going to respond to what you've created and how they're going to interact with the universe. And in that respect, I guess they kind of create the story with you, which is really exciting. So yeah, that's not an experience that I kind of have had before, so that's really unique.
The best thing about being at the NFTS is it's like a practice ground for becoming an indie developer. I'm working on a stealth game called Off-Grid, which is based in the world of the NSA scandal, WikiLeaks, and all of the wonderful, dark, dirty data secrets around it. We worked with the sound department really closely to develop a new pipeline so that our sound designers could live mix in the way they would on a film project.
I think the most interesting part working with games compared to films has been the sort of very, very collaborative approach to how we achieve what we need to achieve. As you kind of go along and you discover these new things, you sort of just sparks a creativity, and then you start to use all the things we're learning from working with the fiction and animations and stuff.
I came from a background in film and TV, mainly cinematography, and I've always wanted to try and explore new storytelling mediums. My grad project is called 4 p.m. and it is an experiential drama which puts you in the shoes of a woman called Caroline, where you go through a single day of her life, probably the most important day that she will ever have, and your choices affect how the game ends. It is an exploration of the sort of what-if scenarios that everyone has or thinks about at some point. And I believe games are the perfect medium to explore those multiple situations.
What is really special about NFTS for me is that we work with professionals from other departments like composers, sound designers, cinematographers, and people that work in making movies, and so they're all available and we became friends. And NFTS for me is like a family, and I spend all my day here. It's like I feel home. I feel like I could stay here the whole day, and then when I have to go I feel really sad.
I'm really pleased with the quality, range, diversity and sheer imagination of the projects that have come out of the department already. And I think everyone's looking forward to what happens next.